This is Shatur from the Iron Skillet, and recently I sat down with YCImaging. He's a music video director from Charlottesville, Virginia. He's built a following with over 250,000 subscribers on YouTube, where he releases music videos, behind-the-scenes footage, and tons of educational DIY content for upcoming creators. He's directed and produced multiple big-budget music videos. He's built genuine relationships with brands like Aperture, Skillshare, and Squarespace. In this interview, he tells us how he went from shooting music videos in his hometown for his brother and his friends to shooting content for artists and brands all over the world. Check out our interview with YCImaging. So I'm sitting out here in Charlottesville at Three Notch Brewery with my man YC.
Yeah.
Super happy to have you, man. I know you're back in town for the holidays, right?
Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm doing nothing. Excited to be here, though. It's cool.
No, I'm excited to have you. So what we do with the podcast is we really try to get, like, a little bit of your backstory, like, kind of growing up stuff, how you got into what you're doing, and then kind of paint a picture of how you took it from that to what you're doing now, because you're doing stuff on a pretty major level, man. We look up to you. I'm not going to lie. So, growing up in Charlottesville, when you were younger, were you always into, like, creating, or were you into sports? Like, what was, like, kind of middle school, high school like for you growing up out here?
It was very, I guess, typical. I wouldn't say, like, I've always been into, like...
Creating?
Video creating, anyways. I used to be heavily into graphic design.
Okay.
So, back when, like, MySpace was, like, the popular thing, and MySpace was popping... I learned graphics because I don't know. I wanted to stand out. I started to make like MySpace banners, and I started designing mixtape covers and flyers for like local businesses around here.
So
and stuff.
your MySpace page was like popping.
Yeah. I had the most fire MySpace page ever.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So I saw like kind of you talking about how your brother used to make music, and that's kind of how you got into like making videos. What was that like in the very beginning? Because I know my beginnings were super humble. Like we didn't have much equipment, and we were just kind of trying to figure out how to make stuff work. So what was that like getting into your first video and starting to create and stuff like that?
It was interesting because, like I said, I never really had like I never really had any incentive to want to do videos. You know, I never wanted to do video stuff.
Yeah.
But we went out, and I remember it was crazy. We went out to this really sketchy park, like 20 miles away from my house.
I feel it.
And we were just shooting, man. We shot some random stuff. And my brother actually edited it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so he was actually my editor for a long time.
Dang.
Yeah, so I never knew how to edit, I guess, when I started. So he would edit, and then the music videos that I was creating for him, other artists of his, like, friends of his saw it, and, you know, we were kind of, like, duoing it for a while. So I was shooting, and then he was doing the editing and stuff. But, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much how it happened. I did community college for a little while, and then I used the little bit of money that I got back from a refund check to buy a camera. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, the fascination started.
I know the whole grind of flipping your refund check for, like, that's how I got my first iMac, as I flipped my refund check, and I built this little makeshift studio in my basement. I was like, all right, I'm about to take over the whole game now.
Yeah, that's the grind.
So I know that feeling. And also, like, I know it's probably cool to create with your brother, too. Is that, like, a really awesome thing that y'all can kind of link up and do stuff together?
Yeah, so he isn't really into music anymore, but I used to try all my creative outlandish ideas on his projects, and he was with it. You know, it was free, and it was a lot of practice. So working with him he's always been my favorite artist to work with.
That's awesome. You know? That's awesome. So, like, I saw your vlogs and how you were vlogging forever. And on one of them, I saw how you were talking about there's times when, you know, you were first getting started, when you were really trying to make money with this, when, like, you couldn't even figure out how to squeeze money together for rent, but you never, like, veered off the path.
Yeah.
And I feel like not everybody's built like that. Like, some people would hit that little bit of adversity and be like, I gotta go, like, put this to the side for a little bit. But obviously that adversity paid off because, you know what I mean? Look where you're at now. And I just kind of wanted to talk to you about that and, like, what those moments were like, how you pushed through that kind of stuff.
Yeah, for me, I feel like those are the defining moments. You know, like you said, not everybody pushes through that. And I think that's what separates people who actually do it and people who want to do it. Not everybody's willing to go through that that moment of uncertainty, the moment of having low finances. And
Yeah.
honestly, I feel like anybody in any creative field, money is the problem.
Yeah.
You know, money's always the deciding factor if you're going to continue this or go do something else.
Yeah.
For me, I can never see myself doing anything else.
Yeah.
Like, some people love going to school, and some people love working a job, and some people love being a manager at a place. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's dope.
Yeah.
But for me, I never could see myself doing anything else. Nothing else made me
Happy. Yeah.
Nothing else made me happy. So at the end of the day, for me, I was willing to take happiness over having money at that particular time.
Yeah.
And that was just it. You know,
Yeah.
I could honestly just couldn't see myself doing anything else.
I feel like everybody like that's great has those moments, and like their vision and their like faith is like breakable. You know what I mean? Like they're just like, I know it's gonna work, and I'm gonna keep doing it until it does work.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's super dope, man.
Yeah. I mean, anybody who's ever been in a place where they have had financial trouble, you always get through it.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Something happens. You randomly pop out and you get some money. It always
happens.
It just happens. You know, it just has a way of working out and happening. And I feel like at the end of the day, anybody who's trying to pursue something, you got to remember that. Like, if this goes wrong, life goes on. You know?
Something else will come through.
Exactly.
I feel you. I've gotten to like, now that I'm like growing, I've learned that like every time I hit something like that, I'm like, I mean, nothing's broke me yet. Like, every time I've hit something like this before, I figured out a way to get through it. Yeah. So I definitely feel you on that for sure. So this is something I want to ask more for like advice. So I know that you recently got engaged, and you know you've been in a relationship for a long time. So I can imagine like when you're starting to build something in the beginning, and you have a family, you got to put so much time into what you're building, but you also want to show up for the people around you.
Right.
And I know personally I struggle with that sometimes because I feel like it's a balancing act, and I'll get like way out of whack. I'm like, nah, I got to pull it back a little bit and put my time, you know, over here. Do you have issues with that, or do you have like kind of, how have you moved through that and building what you built?
I think for anybody it's difficult.
Yeah.
It's difficult to stop when you know you aren't finished.
Yeah.
You know, because that's like the finish line for you. You always like, oh, it'll be done, and let me work for 2 more hours.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, that turns into 8 hours, and you know it continuously keeps going. But for me, I think the thing that has helped me with balancing is just scheduling, like and being okay with not finishing. Yeah. So if I say I'm getting off the computer at 5 o'clock, I gotta get off the computer at 5 o'clock, regardless if I'm finished or not. So, it's super hard for me because I have a hard time not doing anything. Yeah. Like if I'm just chilling, like it's really hard.
The anxiety.
For me to not just get up and go do something.
Yeah.
But I think like when you start breaking promises to people, then it's a problem. You know, I got my son and I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna go to the park today, and then the time comes to go to the park, and it's like, oh man, I forgot we were going to the park. You know? So that's like stuff like that. It adds up. Yeah. You know, it's cool to do it every now and then, but you got to remember that this work will be here tomorrow. Yeah. You know? Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. So when I've seen all your YouTube stuff. It helped us out a lot, tremendously. Like when we first started shooting, we started shooting stuff weekly, and we were just doing like basic stuff. And then we started seeing like your lighting setups, and I was like, damn, I could do this for like $20. Like that's lit. So what made you want to start creating content like that, as opposed to just posting your music videos to your YouTube page? For me, it was like, that's the type of content I like to look at. Yeah. So I make what I want to see. Yeah. I mean, obviously it benefits other people, but I want to see this, which means I know somebody else wants to see this. Yeah. It's like, if you have a problem, somebody else has had the exact same problem. Exactly. You know, so I think that sporadically my content became what I wanted to see online. And it was honestly a reality too. Yeah. You know, like I didn't have money to go do a $10,000 lighting setup or, you know, I'm really just working it however
You can make it work.
I can make it work. So for me, I think it came from a sense of reality and also what I wanted to see online.
Well, that's awesome because it helped us out a lot.
Yeah,
Those little videos definitely did. So how do you go from, when you're building this stuff, you go from making these smaller videos and these other, now it seems like you're flying to LA, you're going overseas, like building this thing from small to what it is now. Like, how would you say, did you feel like being in a smaller place like Charlottesville ever held you back from opportunity? Did you ever have like stress about that?
For like a long time, I thought that I could make it work from here.
Yeah.
You know, and to an extent, I did.
Yeah.
You know, I did. Like, as far as financially, yeah, I can make it work from here.
Yeah.
I'm to a point where like I make wireless money. So regardless of where I move in the world, I'm gonna be fine because I built an audience for myself.
Yeah.
But as far as like music video production, I do feel like where here is a place of less resources, a lot less resources.
Yeah.
And for me, that's what I really want to do. Like, if it was all about money for me, I'm good. I'll chill here in a small town. I'll be comfortable, and I'll see my family and all that. But I want to make bigger music videos.
Yeah.
So for me, I felt like for a long time I could make it work here until I started burning through everything. I started to use the same location 8 times.
Yeah.
And I'm redoing the exact same thing over and over again. And it came to me like, this is insanity. You know, I'm just doing the same thing. I'm not progressing. I'm kind of becoming stagnant. Yeah. So, in a sense of like YouTube and like building an audience for myself, I got a lot from that. But my real passion is making music videos. So.
You feel like you had to be in a space where there's probably, I mean, I know now you're out in Atlanta, and it seems like another thing I wanted to bring up, which I think is super important for people that are creating, like, it seems like you have a team of people that are like your really good friends that are all believing in the same thing, moving in the same direction. Yeah. And you create together. How important do you think that is for somebody that's, you know, trying to build anything like that?
I think it's crucial.
Yeah.
I think who you associate yourself with is a reflection of you. Yeah. You know, it's like I have childhood friends who I still love to death, but they just don't do anything relative to what I do. So then our relationship is just awkward. You know? They're just not into what I'm into. And I feel like anybody that you associate yourself with is a reflection of yourself. So I think you need that. You need people to challenge your ideas. You need people to do better things than you because it motivates you to do better things. Yeah. And it's also just really nice to have help on hand for projects and stuff that you want to do. So I feel like it's very important for sure.
I feel like too, like I feel like if you hit a rough point creating wise, what I've noticed is like people outside of that don't understand how to like support you. Like if you want to talk about it, they're like, I understand, I care about you, but like they can't relate because they don't know what that feeling is like. So I feel like for me it helped also like my sanity to be able to sit down with somebody and be like, you know exactly how I feel, like this is what I'm going through right now.
No, definitely. It'll be sometimes where like I'm editing and I'll have like Creative Ryan on FaceTime just on my dock on the phone. And he'll be doing the same thing. Yeah. And we'll probably say like 2 words to each other in like an hour. But it's just like, I don't know.
In it, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, it's such a lonely field, you know? Most of the time you just sit at your desk by yourself. So, I don't know. We just talk about the ins and outs of what's going on and what we're trying to do and aspirations and stuff like that. And it lifts you. It makes you want to do better stuff too. So
For sure.
Yeah, I feel like it's very important for sure.
One thing I wanted to talk to you about, so how is it for you balancing, like are you into, I see you go to the gym. I know that sometimes when I get locked into a project, all that stuff just goes to the wayside. Yeah. So do you struggle with that? And you have anything that you try to do?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I've realized that the gym is a job in itself. But it's a job because you have to prepare yourself to go. Then you go, then you leave, then you got to shower, and you got to get dressed. And it's like the time adds up. Oh, yeah. You know, so a 30-minute gym trip can turn into a 2.5-hour thing.
Block,
easily, you know? And then on top of that, after you do that, you're tired, you know? For me, I work best as soon as I get up. As soon as I wake up, I'm into whatever I'm into. So I started to try to go to the gym and do that beforehand, but then I realized, like, okay, after I leave the gym and I shower and I'm back at the computer, I'm ready to
go to sleep.
You know? So it's hard. it's super tough for me. One thing that I do though, like if I don't go to the gym in the morning, I'm not going.
Yeah.
I'm not going. I'm just not going. I can't do it. So, I try to go to the gym when I don't have that many video projects. Because if I have something that has a deadline, the gym's out of there. I just can't do it. I can't do it. So, it's a task. It's hard. It's hard. I try. I haven't figured it out.
Hey, I'm on the same wave. Like, I do CrossFit, so I used to go at 5:30 in the morning because it was the only class that I could go to.
Yeah.
But, like, I would go, and then I'd have all this energy, and I'd be like, bet, I'm killing it.
Right.
Then I get locked into something, and it's like I missed one day. And then all of a sudden, it's been a month, and I'm like, dang it, they're going to fry me when I walk in here.
It's easy. Like, just 2 weeks ago, I was going to the gym daily.
Yeah.
Every day. Just at least for 30 minutes in the morning. Just to go. I did something, you know?
Yeah.
And then that slips off for 2 days, and then it's become a 2-week thing.
Yep.
And then before you know it, it's a month later, and it's like, dang, I haven't been to the gym.
Yep.
So it's easy to fall off with it.
I feel you. Something else I want to talk to you about. I feel like a lot of people that are getting into this space, because everything's moving on to, like, social media. They see people like you doing things like this, building relationships with brands. And I feel like sometimes people that are just getting into it think that stuff should come so quickly, but I imagine, like, I can see you have really good relationships with, like, Aperture, Squarespace, and it doesn't feel forced. It feels super organic, and it feels like it's something that you believe in, you like it, so you just want to share that with other people.
Yeah.
What advice would you give people that are trying to look to build something like that, like an actual real good relationship with a brand? Like, how did those things come your way?
Honestly, I think brands don't want to work with you until they see that you have an audience.
Yeah.
As realistic as it is, and as stupid as it is, they want people who have an audience so they can sell products. But I feel like you, as an influencer or just a creative or whatever you do, I feel like it's important for you to stick to what makes sense. You know, I actually use Aperture lights. I'm actually into a lot of the stuff that I promote, and I feel like that's a very important thing. But I feel like if you want a relationship with a brand and you don't have an audience, and it's actually something that you believe in and something that you use, then make videos about it. Talk about how much you like it. Talk about the good things about it and the bad things about it and what you like about it. And I feel like that right there grabs the attention of brands, probably more so than even having an audience, you know? So I think if that's a goal of yours and you want to work with a brand and you love what that brand does, show your appreciation for it. Yeah. You know? Whether it be a YouTube video or you're talking about it on Instagram, and just tag it up. You know? Tag it up.
I feel you on that.
Brands look, they watch.
Yeah,
they watch.
I believe it. And like, I feel
watch.
I feel like it's people that are really progressive are paying really close attention.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So definitely appreciate that a piece of advice, because I feel like that can help a lot of people.
Yeah, brands watch. They watch everything. Brands, they watch YouTube videos. They want to know what's going on social media. Social media is a real thing. Like, we are in a time where paying somebody to promote something is way better than buying a billboard or buying a commercial on TV or putting an ad on YouTube. Yeah. Because people create a relationship with a person that they like online, whether they know them in real life or not. You know? So you got certain people whose word you trust, you like what they do, and you will gravitate towards something because they like it. So that's the best form of promotion that any brand can get. So they pay super close attention to social media. Yeah, they're looking.
I feel you. So I saw you did your vlog every day. How long did you do that for?
I think I vlogged every day for maybe 45 days. 45 days.
Do you feel like you learned anything either like about yourself or as like creating wise from doing that? Because we did once a week for a year and a half, and that was hard. I can't imagine every day.
I learned that you will make time for anything that you want to do. Yeah. Anything. As outlandish as vlogging every day, and if you want to do it, you'll do it. And it like reverting back to the gym thing. Yeah. Back when I was vlogging, I'll go to the gym, I vlog, I edit, I take my son to I'll do everything. Yeah. in a day, and now I'm like, yo, how did I do that?
Yeah.
But it's like it was a grind. It was like it was a momentum thing.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that I learned the most from it though was that you'll make time for anything that you really want to do.
Yeah.
You'll make time for anything that you really want to do.
So if it's important, you can figure out a way to make it happen.
Yeah, exactly. You'll make it happen.
I feel you. So another thing I definitely wanted to pick your brain about was like concepts for videos.
Okay.
So a little back, like me and Travis got together. We shot a video every week, a music video every week. We did that for like over a year. In the beginning, we weren't even doing real music videos. We were just doing one takes.
Right.
Then we started doing like performance shots. Then we started building out storylines. And I see like the Poe-Up video that you just did. I love that. Like it's like there's like the walking shots that are super jittery that kind of give you that vibe. And then you like hung all that newspaper up and got those shots. And I feel like you had a lot of intention behind that, and it makes you feel something when you watch it.
Yeah.
How do you kind of, when you get when you work with an artist, you get a song, how do you sit down and come up with how you're going to approach or attack that video?
I think a lot of it is reading an artist. So when I listen to songs, I see certain things, but the concept will always revert back to the artist and what I think and what I see about them as well. So I have artists like T. Crooks, who I work with, who his image is like a typical rapper, right? Typical rappers, they wear ice, they wear designer sneakers and clothes, and they got the models and they got nice cars. That's just like a typical rapper. So that's him. That's what I see when I listen to his music and when I look at his image. So me knowing that, I wouldn't bring an outlandish video concept like the Poe-Up to a song of his.
Yeah.
So that's like number one for me. I got to read the artist and I got to see what's their image because I want to portray that as best as possible to their audience. The second thing is, what do I feel when I listen to a song? What do I feel? So with the Poe-Up video, it's very melodic to me. So it feels very slow and it feels very chill. It feels like you're buzzed when you're listening to it. You know, I got like a drunk vibe to it. So I wanted the video to be very chill, very slow, minimal transitions, minimal movement, because that's how I felt when I listened to the song. But with Keith, I feel like Keith is one of those artists where his overall image is very conscious.
Yeah.
He's very relatable as a person. And I feel like if we can put him visually in a different light and attach him to real social concepts, then he'll work in the music industry. That's just how I feel about it. That's the stuff that I try to do with his visuals. They feel very relative. I try to bring kids into it. Kids always pull out some sort of emotion when you look at them. And social concepts. So for that one, you know, you're drunk, and we kind of wanted to add a spin into it with the car crash and stuff like that. And I wanted it to be different.
I feel you.
You know?
Yeah.
That was like the biggest thing. I want this to be different. I want you to have black balloons and behind you. I don't know. It looks cool, you know?
No, it did. Like, the video is awesome. And, like, I love, like, when I watch, even as an artist, I'm always trying to grow. So it's like I'm studying when people put stuff out.
Right.
And, like, what I felt when I watched it. And I feel like you killed it because it really did feel like the vibe I got when I was listening to the song was completely depicted in everything that you created with the video. So I feel like that's super dope. And I definitely feel like, I don't know, that's something that people that are creating can take a step further to kind of grow. If you're just doing one type of video, challenge yourself to create something different. Yeah, for sure. I think that's dope. So how do you, when you're moving out into Atlanta, I'm sure you're connecting with a lot of different people. I've seen that you create with a lot of the same people. Like, do you just build those relationships over time, and then when they have a video, they want to come back and work with you? Or are you reaching out to other artists that you want to work with? How does that look for you? Honestly, like when I first started to do music videos, I used to just reach out to artists all day. That was like my second job. Yeah. But now my second job is YouTube, you know? So I don't really reach out to as many artists as I used to because I'm doing other things. You're doing good, yeah. Yeah, I'm doing other things. The artists I do work with, I enjoy working with them, so that's a plus. But I do want to get back to a point where I'm actually
actively reaching out for more clientele and more work.
Do you have artists that you like big, like artists, like dream people that you'd want to work with?
Yeah, a couple. I like Big Sean.
Mm-hmm.
I like his image. I think shooting a video for him would be really dope.
Yeah.
I would love to shoot a video for like Travis Scott.
Oh yeah.
Travis Scott's dope.
He really is.
His video concepts kind of intimidate me though.
Yeah, they're wild. They're super trippy.
Yeah, they're wild.
I feel like as an artist though, he gives you a little wide range of what you could do.
Yeah.
With a visual.
Yeah. So his concepts kind of intimidated me, but I think shooting a video for Travis would be dope. And then shooting a video for Beyonce would be insane too.
Yeah. Right.
Insane.
That
I
would be
love
dope.
like all Beyonce's visuals and the way that her directors that she chooses to interpret stuff.
Yeah,
So,
she kills it. I saw her live, and I was like, you are another level.
Yeah.
You know, of entertainer. Like, no wonder you are Beyonce, because like everything is completely like accounted for.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
her special on Netflix was amazing.
Yeah, I love the dude Ben that shoots for her.
Ben, I watched all the Black with No Cream stuff.
Me too.
Yeah, Black with No Cream is amazing.
I love
I
what
get
they
so
do.
much insight from that.
Yeah, I love what they do. So what I wanted to talk to you about, like, kind of wrapping things up, I saw in one of the things that you did, you were talking about goals that you had.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that do you want to get at only shoot music videos? Do you want to move into, like, film? Are there any big goals that you have that you're looking 2020 to knock down, or you?
I haven't had a big goal in a long time.
Yeah.
Like my last memorable goal for me was like 100,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
And ever since I did that, I try not to do number-based goals.
Yeah.
Number-based goals, because once I'm set on something and I'm set on a goal, I'll do anything
To get it.
To get it. You get it. So I feel like a lot of the content that I put out in the pursuit of that 100,000 subscribers wasn't beneficial in the sense of what I wanted to do.
I got you.
So for me right now, a couple months ago, I said that I was going to put out my first short film this year.
Oh.
Right, and the year's dwindling down, and I got concepts, but I'm putting no real actual plans into it. So that's definitely something that I want to do. I want to do like a short feature film, not a feature film, a short film, 10-minute length maximum. Start small and just put something out there. And it's going to be cool because I think I'm going to suck at it.
So you'll get addicted. You'll be like, okay, this is
Yeah.
something I can actually like
Yeah.
grow.
Yeah, that's what excites me about it. The fact that I'm probably going to suck at it.
Yeah.
And it's going to be trash. And that's the journey.
Yeah.
You know? I've noticed that it's not as fun when you get there.
Yeah.
The
you're
journey
like,
is like the fun part. You
like
know?
when you're chilling, you're just like, all right, what's next?
Yeah, exactly.
I feel you.
So short film for me, definitely I want to do that. 2020, man, I want to do just bigger video production.
Yeah.
Just different stuff. I want to get outside of the box and just do different stuff.
I feel it.
Yeah.
I kind of want to tell you a little bit of our story and like
Yeah.
tell you a little bit about how much what you did helped.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, I'm sure you create every day, and it's probably like you get into a routine of like, all right, I'm gonna put this out, planning out the next thing. But
Yeah.
like, so me and Trav, we've been friends since like middle school. Started making music. It was horrible. Didn't even know that you had to mix anything. We
Yeah.
just recorded and put it out, and we we're like, this is the best thing ever.
That's how it is.
So I got graduated from school, started making music again, and then I hit up Trav, and I was like, I need to, kind of like your vlog everyday thing. I was like, I need to work on my consistency. So like, if you're down, I want to make a video every single week, something with music, whether it's a freestyle, like a free verse, a poem, music video. So we did that for like a year and a half, and like I got to a point where I was like, I'm bored with what we're doing, and I want to make it better.
Yeah.
So that's when I came on like your stuff and Creative Ryan stuff, and like it was like unlocking like a world that I hadn't even like thought like knew was there. And like, you didn't go to school for videography, photography, anything like that? You learned everything on your own?
Yeah. So I was doing community college for a little bit. Mm-hmm. It was kind of just like I don't know what I'm doing in my life type of thing. So let me go to school so I look like I'm doing something. So I did community college for a little bit. And I had a lot of fun at community college, surprisingly, because I hated high school.
Yeah.
High school was like the worst thing in the world for me. And I actually loved community college until I got to a point where I had to focus on money.
Yeah.
That's when it became like a thing, and it was like, all right, cool, I need to either do this or do this. I can't continue to do both. But yeah, when I was just in liberal arts, so I was doing a lot of public speaking. I was doing a lot of language arts and graphic design stuff.
I feel you. So, like, how do you go about learning more? Because that's something that I struggle with. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like I have this base level of, like, understanding about creating and cameras, and I feel like I should know more, but I'm like, where do you find that information? Like, I didn't even know, this is probably going to sound dumb, but, like, I thought you just had one person that shot the video, and when you guys started talking about DPs and lighting, I was like, oh, you can do all that?
Yeah, it's... A lot of the mainstream stuff we see has like 30 people on set
with
dedicated
crazy.
jobs. For me, like learning, I only look at stuff that's better than mine.
Yeah.
In my own eyes, anyways. You know, anything that I don't feel is pushing me forward, I don't look at it. I
feel you.
And I think curating what you see on a daily is important.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people think that. I guess like big people, they think big people have a small follower account because it looks cool.
Yeah.
But I think it's intentional because you curate what you see on a daily. Mm-hmm. So for me, it's the same concept. Like I only follow things that I think are better than what I do.
Yeah.
And in turn, that helps me create better stuff.
I feel you.
So I think it's not as superficial as a lot of people think it is.
Yeah.
You know?
What do you think about, this is definitely something I want to ask you about. So IGTV just came out.
Yes.
Instagram, I've noticed, is still a great tool, but like for someone small like me that doesn't have a good following, it's hard to get people to get your stuff visible unless you're paying to promote it.
Yeah.
But in my mind, I'm like, maybe I need to start curating stuff for IGTV. But you have to shoot in vertical. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like shooting in vertical is like kind of makes it harder to make things that are, because like you're cutting down so much of the space that you have to get the shot?
I think it creates a unique perspective.
Yeah.
We look at everything wide. In vertical, it forces you to curate what you're creating in a different aspect.
Yeah.
So if you're shooting a music video, I had this idea to like do this whole like IGTV music video series where we only did vertical music videos. I just never did it.
That'd be kind of dope.
Yeah, so I thought about it, but I don't think vertical makes it harder. I think it's just different.
Yeah.
I think it's just different. I think it's just training your eye to see something different, and creating a scene vertically is a lot different than creating a scene wideways.
Yeah, no, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a tool that creators should start, especially like smaller creators should start putting stuff on? Because I feel like Gary Vee talks about how like people that get on the platform first and they're consistent seem to have a better chance.
I love Gary Vee.
I know. Me too.
I love Gary Vee, and I love everything Gary Vee stands for. But me personally, I don't think that Instagram TV will be a beneficial platform until they start allowing monetization.
Yeah.
That's why people are so into YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube has, and another thing that, another reason why I don't feel like Instagram TV will be a substantial video streaming platform is because it's no search engine.
Yeah.
You know, that's why YouTube wins, because YouTube's a search engine.
Yeah.
So anything that you're looking for, you can just search for it.
Yeah.
That's why YouTube is the biggest thing ever, because it's attached to a search engine.
Yeah.
So I feel like with Instagram TV, how do you become seen?
Yeah.
How? Like I just don't know. I just don't understand it enough to make an accurate assumption about it. But I do think that I just can't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
I know.
Yeah.
And I feel you. It's like I go back and forth. And one of the big things that's nice about it is I feel like the engagement's a lot better and a lot more reflective of the people that actually like are into my stuff.
Yeah, I think it's cool because you can link an Instagram TV video from your actual Instagram account, which is really cool. But as a standalone platform on its own, it's lacking substantial features, I feel, to make it the best
What it
possible.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. With YouTube, what I was watching Yes Theory. I'm super into Yes Theory. I love what they do. And I was watching a video the other day, and I realized, I was like, dang, like, they don't even need a TV show. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it'd be cool if they had a TV show, but I was like, why would they even, like, try to do that?
Yeah.
They're getting, like, millions of views, and they're making their content exactly how they want to make it on YouTube.
Yeah.
How powerful do you think that is for creators in general?
I think YouTube is amazing because it doesn't matter what you're into.
Yeah.
You could be into cutting grass and landscaping.
Yeah.
It's somebody on YouTube who's going to want to watch that.
Yeah, you're right.
Anything. You can taste beer, go do ketchup tasting, whatever.
Yeah,
it's somebody
yeah.
who's going to want to watch it, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that's huge, you know?
Yeah.
And it's instant access to whatever you want to see whenever you want to see it.
Yeah.
Whereas with TV, it's like, okay, I wish I could watch this, but it's not on right now, so I got to wait. YouTube is just like, all right, I want to watch this. Maybe my favorite creator might not be doing this, but I can go just find somebody else who's doing the exact same thing or doing something similar.
I feel you.
So it's instant. It's instant. I think that is why YouTube is so powerful.
No, yeah. It gives you, like, I feel like YouTube is dope because hip-hop back in the day, it's like you had to find a connect at a label or someone that was plugged in
Yeah.
to get your music out in front of people. There's nothing that you could do on your own as opposed to hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah.
But now, if you make something and it touches people and you put it up, like, it could go, you know what I mean? It's like, I love what Russ did. Like, Russ built an empire just, like, putting stuff on SoundCloud and putting stuff up on YouTube. Like,
Yeah. It's changing. You actually got, like, YouTubers becoming artists.
yeah.
You got people like DDG. You know DDG? You listen to DDG? Wow.
Check it out.
Check DDG out.
EDG.
DDG, not saying that you'll be into his music, but the story behind him and his rise to where he is now is insane because he started out as a YouTuber. He started out doing vlogs, and he's still, to this day, an active YouTuber.
Yeah.
So he still makes vlogs and videos, but he's a signed artist to Epic.
Wow.
He just dropped his first album. And it's dope, too. I think the music's tight, and he's a cool guy, and he's relatable, and I feel like that is what's going to keep him relevant.
Yeah.
You know, he has a fan base of people who like him regardless of his music, so when it's time for that to come out, it's like,
Oh, yeah.
you know, that type of bond he has between him and his fan base is crazy. And I feel like artists now, they're losing by not even doing YouTube.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Everybody wants to know what their favorite artist does on the day-to-day.
Yep.
Everybody. Like, it would be crazy for me to be able to watch Lil Wayne and see what Lil Wayne was doing every day back when I was, like, you know, super into that. And I feel like that's how you build that crazy bond.
Following,
yeah,
right?
for sure.
Did you ever watch the, like, Day-to-Days, Wiz Khalifa's Day-to-Days?
Yeah. Where's
Dude.
the joints was dope. Yeah.
Yeah. And that was a huge part of, like, why I was so hard, like, of a supporter.
Yeah.
Because I felt like I was a part of his clique. And, like, same thing with, like, what you guys do. It's like I can see you interact with Creative Ryan and, like, Joe Moore, and it's like it reminds me of what I do with my friends.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is cool. I want to support this dude. I want to, like, learn from this dude. And I feel like, I agree with you. I feel like anybody that's trying to do anything, if you're giving them a piece of who you are, it's going to be easier for them to want to support you.
Yeah, I think the root of it all starts with you.
Yeah.
People have to like you.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's with YouTube too. Like you might follow somebody on YouTube because of what they do, and you get knowledge from them.
Yeah.
But you have to like a person.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you have to like a person. That's the root of it all.
Yeah,
So,
I feel you. This is a random question, but so do you think it's cool? I think entrepreneurship is starting to be, with Gary Vee, people are starting to think of it a lot more prevalently. A lot of people want to be in charge of their own time in their life. I feel like it's cool. You have kids, and I feel like it's cool for them growing up to see, like, oh, my dad is really passionate about this thing.
Yeah.
And he's built his whole life around it and been able to, like, create all these things around this thing that he loves. Like, how impactful or important do you think that is for your family to see you doing something like that, because it's not often. I think sometimes
Yeah.
people want to, but they've never seen anybody do it, so they think it's impossible.
It's crazy because my son already wants to make YouTube videos.
That's awesome.
It's crazy. I think it's the future. It's becoming less. What's the word I want to say? It's becoming less weird, or a lot less. What am I trying to say right now?
I know exactly what you mean. Like when people would think that it was so outlandish.
Yeah.
But now it's kind of normalized.
Right, yeah, it's normalized, right? So it's becoming a lot more normalized for people to just be like self-employed, or you know, be an entrepreneur. And I think it's the future, you know, because a lot of people who are growing up now, the people that they look up to, they're not looking up to. I mean, I guess they are still looking up to rappers, but you know, artists or musicians. But people are looking up to YouTubers now, and social media influencers of some kind, or you know,
gamers. That's crazy.
Gamers too. Yeah, no, that was a really good one. Like gamers. Yeah, like if I started to stream back when I used to play games all day, every day. You know, so to think that somebody now is making more money than a lot of successful people who went to school and got bachelor's degrees, like that's crazy to me.
It's wild.
Yeah.
There's a kid I went to high school with. Now he plays game like Call of Duty professionally. He has like a gold medal, like an X Games gold medal for playing Clay Eubanks.
Oh, Clayster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to high school with him.
That's
like,
crazy.
House parties, he was always at my house.
That's crazy.
And like now he's just like living the dream, and I'm like,
yeah,
that's
actually,
awesome.
I watched a lot of Call of Duty, so I know exactly. Yeah, Clayster. He was on the Opta Gaming team.
Yeah,
they won X Games.
Yeah, just
that's
got a
crazy.
big W, right?
Yeah.
Which is cool, and like that's another thing where I feel like he went to high school with me, so seeing him go do something that's different and be super successful, I'm like, why can't that be me? Why couldn't we turn this into something? You know what I mean? I feel like that stuff is super important. Random question: are you a reader? You like books?
I like to listen to books.
Okay.
Reading is a task for me.
I feel it.
So it's a task.
I feel it. Do you have any like impactful things you came across, or something that's like?
Yes, absolutely. I forgot this dude. I forgot the artist's name, but you ever heard of Still Like an Artist?
Yeah.
Still Like an Artist.
Yeah.
I forgot the artist of I forgot the author's name of that book, but he has an entire series that's relative to being an artist.
Yeah.
He has like a book called forget the title, man, but it teaches you how to stay motivated in times of non-motivation. Really good book.
Yeah.
Check out all those books in that series. Rich Dad Poor Dad, classic.
Ooh.
Classic.
Look, that's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Rich Dad Poor Dad's a classic. Financial books like Money Makeover by I got a whole list of books.
It's all good. It's all good. Yeah.
I got a whole list of. Hold on.
Go for it.
Let me
Chop
pull
it up.
up my Audible real quick.
I'm a nerd. Like I'm super into reading.
Yeah.
And whenever we're coming up with topics for the podcast, I'm just like going through all these books.
Yeah.
Trying to think of stuff.
Yeah, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck is a really good book.
That's a good one.
No Excuses. The Power of Self-Discipline is a really good book.
That one's good.
Really good book. This is a really good book. Gary Vee, obviously crushing it. Guide to Becoming Rich. Dave Ramsey, The Total Money Makeover.
See, I got to look into that one.
Yeah, that's
never
the one I
seen
was
that
talking
one.
about. 48 Laws of Power is a really good book. Unfuck Yourself is a really good book.
That's a good one too?
Yeah, really good one.
Look, I have that. Is that Audible?
Yeah, this is audiobooks.
Audiobooks. I got Audible, so I need to add some of those.
I think it's the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has like some of the same, titles and stuff.
Have you ever read The Alchemist?
No.
I highly recommend it.
Oh, I have to check that out. I'm
it.
looking for something to listen to now.
Yeah, it's a story. But it's like it's my favorite book of all time.
Oh, okay.
One of my mentors recommended it to me. He was like, "If you're
The Alchemist."
I'm gonna
write that down.
Yep.
I'm gonna write that down.
Paulo Coelho. It's like super popular, but it's about this kid. He has a dream, and now he has to kind of go through all this adversity.
Yeah.
To get to like his destination. I feel like it's super relatable.
That's tight. Yeah. I gotta definitely make sure to check that out.
I feel it.
Cool.
Yeah, The Alchemist. You have to let me know what you think.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna check it out.
That's my favorite book for sure.
I'm gonna listen. If they have an audio book version of it. I'll listen to it on my way back home.
All right. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. You excited for the holidays?
Super excited. I love being around family.
I know. How does it feel? Like, you moved away for a little bit. Probably feels great to come home. Like,
Yeah.
how much of your family is here? You have like mom, dad, grandparents?
Yeah, all my family's here.
Everybody?
It makes me appreciate coming home.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't see people all the time.
I feel
you know,
it.
so when I do, it's fun, it's happy, it's catching up, and it makes me appreciate it a lot more.
Was it hard? Was that something that made it hard to want to leave?
Yeah, for sure. For me, I always wanted the connection between my son and my family to be very
strong.
tight. Yeah, very strong. So moving him was a huge reason why it took me so long to move.
Yeah, I feel you. Man, I'm excited for Thanksgiving. I feel we have like a show tonight, and Thanksgiving in Winchester, like everybody comes home. Everybody goes out the night before. And like we're throwing a show, a bunch of artists, and we have a coat drive. So I'm super excited because I feel like I'm going to see people I haven't seen. Probably the same way you feel.
Yeah.
I'm going to get to kick it with all my homies that I haven't seen in forever. I'll listen to some awesome music and just have a good time. So
It's going to be fire. I can't wait.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Well, man, thank you for your time. I'm glad you pushed me to talk a little bit more because we got a lot of cool stuff out that I would have not gotten to say if I would have rushed it. So thank you for that.
Yeah, for sure.
YCImaging. Make sure you check him out on Instagram, YouTube, all those platforms. He has an awesome website if you're a creator with a bunch of stuff that might really help you if you're looking for tools to learn and grow. So check out his stuff. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate y'all, man.
Thank you.
Peace.